Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. I am the most pro-Trump person you will ever find. You will never hear me disagree with President Trump nor criticize President Trump, and I say that with pride. All right? And when I say that, I don't want people to think that he's done things I disagree with or I have criticism I'm holding back. I have never seen President Trump do or say anything that I would disagree with. He's the greatest of all time. But we got a lot we're going to cover on the stream today, and I want to start with Dave Rubin. And the reason I brought this up with Dave Rubin is this morning I go on YouTube, and these anti-Trump Dave Rubin videos pop up on my feed. Dave Rubin explains why he dumped Trump. Then he talks to Piers Morgan about why he dumped Trump. And, screw Piers Morgan, all right? Piers Morgan was a washed-up has-been, okay? President Trump put him on the Celebrity Apprentice, made Piers Morgan the apprentice, and everything that Piers Morgan has today in America is because of Donald Trump, okay? I mean, come on. And President Trump, in his first term, granted him those exclusive interviews when he was over in the UK and everything. Piers Morgan can just, screw off. But Dave Rubin, I want to talk about this because it's very, very important. And, Dave Rubin, and I know a lot of you watch Dave Rubin, and I do too on occasion. And Dave Rubin probably, other than his Trump hate, okay, and his DeSantis love, you and I, if you're MAGA and I'm MAGA, we probably agree with Dave Rubin on 99.9% of the other issues, right? But his DeSantis love and his dropping Trump, well, that's important. And I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about it for a very good reason. We're entering an amazing time, but also a critical time. And things are going to get very wicked and wild real quick, all right, real quick. We have this obscene trial of President Trump scheduled for August. Now, I know the prosecutors are trying to get it extended till December and all kinds of things. But regardless, we've got this disgusting trial of President Trump on the docket in the federal court in Fort Pierce, Florida, in St. Lucie County, Florida, in August with this great MAGA judge. That's the only thing good about it. MAGA judge, MAGA county, MAGA jury pool. But the very fact that we have a dictator in this country who arrested and is putting on trial his number one opponent, Donald Trump, and the dictator, of course, is this senile old coot, Joe Biden, is outrageous and disgusting. But the reason I want to talk about this with Dave Rubin is because, he's been on this DeSantis train for a while, but I think people forget. People forget that there are some people out there that we agree with a lot that are on this never-Trumper train. And once you go against Trump, you're a never-Trumper as far as I'm concerned. Dave Rubin's not alone, right? Candace Owens a few months ago just blew my mind when she went and attacked President Trump. It was disgusting. So she became a never-Trumper. Ben Shapiro always has been a never-Trumper. He was a never-Trumper before the term was even coined in President Trump's first run, Ben Shapiro. So you got to be careful because, you follow these people, you agree with them, and you fall into the fandom or fall into following them, and you don't realize that they're never Trumpers. And we've got to be careful because, we don't want our great conservative movement that's doing so well right now. We got problems, nothing's perfect, but we've got this incredible leader who is entitled to a second term, Donald Trump. And when you have people like Dave Rubin supporting Ron DeSantis, that's a big problem. And I'll tell you why. First, Ron DeSantis is a liar. He's a liar just like Nikki Haley. Ron DeSantis said he would not run against Donald Trump, and now he is. Okay? Now, these interviews with Dave Rubin telling us why he's supporting DeSantis and dropping Trump, I watched them. Okay? And, he says a few things. But one of the things he says, he talks about all these things that DeSantis accomplished here in Florida. Well, now listen here. I've lived in Florida since 1982. I'm not a native Floridian, but I was a little kid. I came here in the summer of after 4th grade and started 5th grade. So, I'm as close to a Floridian natively as you could be. And we get these carpetbaggers who come to Florida and think they know everything, okay? They think they know everything about Florida because Dave Rubin moved here from California, and he says he moved here because of the shutdowns and lockdowns. So Dave Rubin says that, Ron DeSantis accomplished all these things. It's amazing. He could do it in Washington. Well, something people don't realize, I know the way that it's presented by the legacy establishment media, the corporate media, and Ron DeSantis, is that, he turned Dade County, turned Miami red, which is not true. Donald Trump did that. Donald Trump had a rally for Marco Rubio, and Donald Trump turned Miami red. And a lot of these people fleeing other states to Florida turned, he didn't do it. But Florida has been a Republican state at the state level since 1998. For 25 years, Jeb Bush, when he was first elected governor, we had a Republican governor. Since 1998, we've had a Republican governor, a Republican state house, and a Republican state senate in Florida for 25 years, long before Ron DeSantis was on the scene. And the reason that it seems as if Ron DeSantis has gotten so much accomplished is because we've got a Republican legislature in both houses, so he doesn't have any opposition. That's not going to be the case if, God help us, he were in Washington, okay? So, if Donald Trump didn't have the political parties against him, he'd accomplished his whole agenda too. Now, this idea that Florida wasn't shut down, that's just not the case. Florida was shut down. And Ron DeSantis supported that. Ron DeSantis, in fact, during the shutdown and lockdown periods, Ron DeSantis was telling spring breakers, don't come to Florida. Don't come to Florida. There'll be consequences. Now, Florida did open up before other places around the country. That's true. Florida did open up earlier, but there were shutdowns and lockdowns. Okay, I lived down the street from the beach. They had police officers guarding all the beaches. 24 hours a day. You could not go to the beach. You get arrested if you went on the beach. Can you imagine? During the lockdowns and shutdowns. That's the way it was all along the Florida Peninsula. And there were a lot of other things closed down too, and I remember going to and from work during the shutdowns and lockdowns, and it was a ghost town. When I got off work in the morning, I get off the air at 9 a.m., and I drive home, I felt like the Omega Man. There were no cars on the road. It was scary. It was crazy. So Florida was shut down. But it is important to understand that we've got a lot of never-Trumpers out there who let you know. I mean, Dave Rubin's not hiding the fact that he's dropped Trump, that he's behind DeSantis. He's not hiding that, so I'll give him credit for that. But, Ron DeSantis is part of the establishment. See, we didn't know this. Ron DeSantis is where he is because he is on the coattails of Donald Trump. And as soon as he got reelected, Ron DeSantis has abandoned us. I was talking on Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday on the stream. I think it was Thursday. Ron DeSantis was attacking Newsom, talking about the conditions in San Francisco. And I've heard some pretty harsh issues and things about the streets of San Francisco. It's pretty bad. I get it. But you know what? There's a lot of terrible things in this state, too. And Kissimmee, which is right outside Walt Disney World, has living conditions that are an embarrassment to me as a Floridian, that there's people that are living under the conditions they're living in right outside the gates of Walt Disney World. In fact, there was a movie made about this a few years ago with William Dafoe. You guys know William Dafoe, very great American actor, called The Florida Project. Look it up, The Florida Project. It's about some kids in Kissimmee that are young kids. They live in a motel, which is disgusting, but they live so close to Walt Disney World they can watch the fireworks at Walt Disney World from the motel that they live in. It's terrible. The living conditions there are, and there's other places in Florida like that too. So, looking at San Francisco, there's a lot of things here, okay? And, when I say he, I mean Ron DeSantis, lied and used us MAGA people here in Florida. Now, I got a lot of MAGA hats and Trump hats. I'm wearing this one, not by coincidence or accident right now, Florida for Trump. The latest polls, all the polls, you see around the country of the Republican primaries, President Trump has a double-digit lead. Well, that's also true in Florida. President Trump has about a 40-point lead, depending on the poll, but about a 40-point lead. It's a double-digit in every poll. Has about a 40-point lead above DeSantis in Florida. In Florida. Ron DeSantis is the sitting governor of Florida, and 7-8 months ago was reelected to his second term. And President Trump not only has a double-digit lead, he has about a 40-point lead on Ron DeSantis here in Florida. That's the Florida Atlantic University poll. I think that one was 36%. That's my alma mater, Florida Atlantic. The sitting governor in Florida, how the hell are you going to win around the country? And Ron DeSantis, where was he when this dictator Biden had President Trump arrested and brought before that magistrate in Miami? Where the hell was he? I don't even know if he commented on it. And he knew about it. There's no way that he did not know that there was a grand jury convened in his state against Donald Trump like that. He hasn't stood up for Trump. Where was he when Bragg Soros went after Trump? Where was DeSantis on that? Nowhere to be found. And the way that he has treated us in Florida, we feel abandoned in Florida. Not just me. Not just me. This is a MAGA state, man. Florida's a MAGA state. And the home of President Trump most of the year. Right now he's in New Jersey because the heat of the summer. But I went by the airport Thursday, and Trump Force One was parked there. Pretty sight. I made a YouTube short on my channel here. Go check it out. I stopped there on the way to work. But this is how MAGA people here in Florida feel about Ron DeSantis and his betrayal. And this is how I would describe it, and I've described it like this before. The way that he's treated the MAGA voters of Florida is just like this. A guy is trying to get a girl in bed. He's after her. He's wine and dining. He's giving her roses. He's taking her on dates and hot air balloons. Then she goes to bed with him, and after sex, he goes to her and never talks to her and avoids her. You understand what I mean? I'm sure some of you ladies might be able to even relate to that. But you guys get the analogy. That's how Ron DeSantis is treating us, the MAGA voters in Florida that made him governor twice. What he wanted from us, well, he wanted to get that second term. He got it, and boom, he's done with us. And look who he's in bed with. Look who he's in bed with, Ron DeSantis. The Bush family. A family of lying war criminals that knowingly lied about weapons of mass destruction. They weren't mistaken. And I know some people will say, well, British intelligence said that there were weapons of mass destruction. Well, that fake Russian dossier about Trump that Comey gave, or that McCain gave to Comey, that came from British intelligence too, didn't it? So you've got to be careful of a lot of these conservative influencers out there who are well known because of Trump, and they pretend to be, and now they're never Trumpers, okay? And I'm with Trump for life. I'm MAGA for life. I hope you guys are too. Ron DeSantis is so far behind. I mean, it's ridiculous even to call him opposition to Trump. He's so far behind. He's not even in the same league, right? But you got to be careful for these people, because there's a lot of big interest out there that are trying to promote Ron DeSantis. They have this whole strategy, so we got this war criminal Bush family that lied about weapons of mass destruction. And how many people are dead? How many people are dead because the Bush family and Elizabeth Cheney's war criminal father, Dick Cheney, lied about weapons of mass destruction? How many lives have been destroyed? And those are the people behind Ron DeSantis? I don't think so. And I'll tell you another thing. You see those Wounded Warriors and Tunnel to Tower commercials on television? Every time you see one of those, you see someone who's maimed, someone who's melted, someone who's missing limbs. You guys know what I'm talking about. The people backing Ron DeSantis are the reason that those guys are missing limbs and are melted. okay, because of the lies of the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Now, I've never been a 9/11 conspiracy person, all that loose change and all that stuff. I've never been into that. But you look at how the Bush family lied, it wouldn't shock me. I'm not saying it was a conspiracy, but I don't trust the Bushes. I don't trust the Bushes, and that's who's backing Governor Ron DeSantis. So I'm sorry, guys, and this is something that we cannot forget, and I want to share something, a couple things here. Let me pull this up, about Dave Rubin, just so that we know. Now, again, I watch him, and other than this DeSantis-Trump thing, I don't think I've ever heard him say something that I disagree with, all right? I really don't. But I looked up his Wikipedia, and I wanted to share this with you, okay? And I think this is important. An American conservative political commentator. He's the creator and host of the Rubin Report, a political talk show on YouTube, and it's on Blaze TV. It launched in 2013. Dave Rubin's show was originally part of the Young Turks until he left in 2015. So the Young Turks are radical liberals. And he left in 2015, okay, in part due to widening ideological differences. Previously, he hosted an LGBT-themed talk show and these other things. Rubin originally considered himself to be a progressive while part of the Young Turks. However, Rubin has written that his views began to change after witnessing progressive commentator and former colleagues over at the Young Turks' criticism of Dave Webb on Fox News. David Webb is a black conservative. Ben Affleck's conversation with Maher and Sam Harris, their views on Islam. But he's since stated that he's become a conservative. Rubin has been a staunch critic of progressivism, the political left, and the Democrat Party. In 2022, he registered as a Republican in Florida. Okay, you know, there's a lot of people that are recovered Democrats. There's no getting around that, okay? There's a lot of people that are recovered Democrats, you know, Brandon Straka and everything else. But see, in the Republican Party, the Republican Party has a history of doing some things that really aren't in line with the Republican Party, okay? The Republican Party oftentimes gets overly excited when there are people from these designated liberal victim groups that become conservatives, okay? And all the time, if someone's black, gay, or Hispanic and they become a Republican or are a Republican, they get promoted up through the ranks and people get excited. And oftentimes, they're very disappointing when they get there. Steele, black Republican, became the head of the RNC back when Obama was president, and he's been on MSNBC basically as a liberal for years. Who were some of the others? Look at Nikki Haley. Look at Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, strong Republican, standing up for this, standing up for that, and here she is undermining and betraying President Trump. So, you know, and she's female and Gandhi Indian American. I just say Gandhi Indian so people don't think I mean like Native American, okay? You know, so a lot of times when people are a minority or from a liberal victim group and they're conservative, they get promoted up through the ranks of conservatism, and they get a lot of people get very excited about them, you know, because they want to be able to say this person's gay or this person's this or this person's that, and they're a conservative. You know, but you got to be careful. That's, you know, first off, that's called affirmative action. And Republicans were opposed to affirmative action. So, you know, you've just got to be careful. Like, look at Candace Owens. Candace Owens. You know, she did a monologue attacking President Trump a few months back that was just vile. Just vile. And I will never forget it. I'll never forget it. I want you to think about something. You know, Dave Rubin and Candace Owens, you know, will tell you, and they probably do believe that, you know, we've got to defend our southern border, we've got to finish the wall, we got to do these deportations, we got to stop funding NATO. I'm sure they would tell you they agree with all these things. But here's the thing you got to understand. with Ron DeSantis or anyone else other than Trump, nothing will change. Nothing will change. These are all sellout establishment. Let me take a drink, guys. Republican establishment, rhino rats. Rhinos, Republicans in name only, but I think rats is what I've been trying to get people to say, and that's more accurate. Republicans against Trump. Rats. Republicans against Trump. And with these Republicans against Trump, look at this jerk. Look at this jerk, Chris Christie. Chris Christie, you get Ron DeSantis in the White House as the Republican president. You might as well have Chris Christie or Mitt Romney there. All right? It's going to be the same thing. Nothing will get done. It'll be nothing but caving. And you know what? This war in Ukraine that we want to get out of, if you put Ron DeSantis in there, that war would expand because he's with the Bush family, and these people in the Republican Uniparty establishment make their money by making war and sending people, like in those Wounded Warrior commercials, off to war zones while they're sitting in one of their mansions collecting the donor money. So no, Dave Rubin, this is bad news, people, and you don't want DeSantis. You don't want anyone other than President Trump. That's the only one we want. He's owed another term, and these other people are lying, fake Republicans. And that's just the way it is. Now, I want to share with you guys, this is an amazing thing. This is the MAGA Mighty Lion, okay, right here. That's right, the Mighty MAGA Lion. And Kathy and I have teamed up with Dee. You guys know Dee. She's in the chat all the time. And we actually created the MIDA. I'm so upset with Dave Rubin, I can't even talk. The Mighty MAGA Lion. We created the Mighty MAGA Lion, and it's pretty cool, isn't it? He's got his MAGA hat on. Says 45 on the side. And this is an exclusive item. We've created this. And we are the only ones that you can get this amazing Mighty MAGA Lion from. Now, if you're watching live, I pinned the link to the Mighty MAGA Lion in the chat. There's also a link in the description, but you can go to mightymagalion.com and pre-order yours now. This is going to be the hottest MAGA gift for Christmas, and we are the only ones that got it because we came up with the idea and concept and everything. And these are custom made by us. Dee, my wife Kathy, and myself. Custom made by us and available exclusively through our website, mightymagalion.com. I love mine, and I think he looks pretty cool, doesn't he? I know, he is adorable, and I like it. I like him. I'm not embarrassed. I am secure enough in my manhood that I can have my Mighty MAGA Lion. Absolutely. Isn't he cool? And you can have yours too. Your dad, your husbands, your kids, your wives, they'll love it. Look, it's got 45 on the side, MAGA on the front, and he looks like Trump, doesn't he? He got the same hair color. Pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, that's right. MightyMAGALion.com. All right, order yours. Okay, so Marjorie Taylor Greene. See, now this is what you don't get. This is what you don't get from Ron DeSanctimonious. Look at this. Look at this. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Elise Stefanik are working to expunge the Trump impeachment. This is amazing. Now, Ron DeSantis, Ron DeSantis's entire campaign strategy is based on Trump going to prison. Think about that, guys. Think about that. That's who Dave Rubin is supporting. Look at this. Marjorie Taylor Greene and Elise Stefanik are set to introduce a resolution expunging Donald Trump's impeachment. The move relies in part on conversations detailed. It goes on and on. That's what we need. That's what we need. And I know some of these legacy media, they were responding to this today, and they say, well, once you're impeached, you're always impeached. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what the law is on that. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. But even if it is, even if this is only symbolic, These are the kinds of Republicans we need. We need Republicans who stand up and say to the Democrats and say to the Republican establishment, F you, screw you, we're in charge, and this is what we're doing, okay? You know, and you're not going to get that with DeSantis or Nikki Haley or any of them, right? You only get that with Trump and, you know, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who, of course, is President Trump's direct representative in the House of Representatives. And I just think that she is awesome. I think that's mighty awesome. And I don't care if it is only symbolic. We still want to have it done. And there just aren't enough Republicans that are standing up for what is right. They're always cowering down, you know, to these Democrats. And I wanted to share this with you. Let me pull this up. They interview these supposed Trump people, you know, that now are supporting Ron DeSantis, right? Check this out. These people, you know, give me a break.
I want former President Trump to back DeSantis, and I want former President Trump.
Now, I question whether this woman actually supports President Trump. And she's being billed as someone who supported President Trump, and now she supports DeSantis. Do you know why? I mean, you know, former President Trump. You know, listen, we've got a lot of former presidents. How many of you have referred to President Clinton as former president or Obama as former president? You call him President Clinton, President Obama, President Bush. You know, the only people that use former, okay, with President Trump are people that hate him, that never accuse him of not even being president ever because they hate him so much. You know, I call all the presidents president. I never say former President Obama. I always say Obama. And if I say it'd be President Obama. So that's just a little tell. Anyway, let's see what this witch or lady has to say.
I want former President Trump to back DeSantis, and I want former President Trump to stand down. I did support President Trump, and if he's our Republican nominee, I will vote for him. But
sure she will.
I think we need new blood in there and a young man with great ideas and a new young president to act presidential.
Okay. Act presidential, a young man and young blood. You know, now this is just me. And I don't know how you guys feel about this, but when people are talking about needing younger people, younger blood, I get it with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is senile. He has dementia. It's been reported that he wears adult diapers. He doesn't know what's going on. He gets lost all the time. Now, if you're talking about Biden, that's one thing, okay? But if you're talking about Donald Trump, you know, Donald Trump's like 30 years older than me, more than 30 years. You know, he's about 30 years older than me. He's in better shape than me, okay? And I think most guys my age. He's amazing. He's amazing. And this other tell that she says is she wants someone who acts presidential. Who the hell thinks President Trump doesn't act presidential? You know who? Never Trumpers. Never Trumpers, fake Republicans, fake MAGA, and Democrats. Okay? No one who ever has been a Trump supporter thinks he did not act presidential. That's just a bunch of nonsense. So this lady is a liar.
Republican nominee, I will vote for him, but I think we need new blood in there and a young man with great ideas and a new young president to act presidential.
I want to go listen to each one of them. I've been a Trump supporter, still am, but I'm tired of all the chaos.
She's tired of all the chaos. Hey there, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Brian. This is Sean from Massachusetts, or should I say Taxachusetts.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing fine. Just give me a second to finish my thought, Sean. So this lady, just hold on, Sean. Let me just rewind her a little bit so I don't lose my thought of this second lady. Then I'll get right to you.
President to act presidential.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to go listen to each one of them. I've been a Trump supporter, still am, but I'm tired of all the chaos.
The chaos? What chaos is she talking about? The chaos of the uniparty of this dictator Joe Biden? Oh yeah. Do these ladies sound like Trump supporters at any time in their life, Sean?
You know, I know I've been with Trump the whole time, and I used to support what we now know as the establishment guard, and now you can see right through these people. You can tell who has the desire and who doesn't, who's MAGA and who's not MAGA. And I can definitely see the difference between the establishment supporter and the people that really support the real president of the United States. Yeah. And I still think Donald Trump is the man, because let me tell you something, man. This guy is made of something that no human beings have ever been made of. I've never seen anybody take a quarter of the punishment that this guy takes, but he's doing it. This guy doesn't have to do any of this stuff. Let's just face it.
And you remember Ron DeSantis does not even own a car.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna put in charge of the largest economy on the planet to a guy that doesn't even own a car? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's unbelievable, because Donald Trump has the 40,000-foot view over than any other politicians ever had, because he sees the deep state, the central bank system, the cabal. We're talking about the invisible enemy here, the puppet masters behind the puppet masters. We're talking about the Washington establishment and all of these people. See, this is the guy. This is why we need Donald Trump more than ever, because he's going to be fighting with them all. See, we're not going to see a DeSantis. We're not going to see a Chris Christie. We're not going to see a Nikki Haley. We're not going to see any of these people. They're going to be doing the George Bush, the whole platform of that.
That's right.
And you know what? We know what that leads to. We're going to lead to more endless wars. There's something I wanted to ask you real quick. I know you're going to go with talk. I saw your live stream earlier and about the whole coup thing with Putin, and I was just watching Dr. Steve. I sent you a link on the last video about this, and it was about his explanation as to what actually happened.
Oh, you're talking about Turley? You're talking about Turley?
It's Dr. Steve Turley.
Yeah, I saw him
video
today.
He did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, and it's good to see that, because I know we were getting information as it was coming in, and it's good to see, because I don't think anything's going to happen, because we know what's going on in Ukraine, and we know that Putin's not the greatest guy, but there is a deep state operation that's going on in Ukraine, as you know, and with the bioweapons laboratories and everything. And X-22 talks a lot about that stuff. And
what happened in Russia today, I don't think. And I watched Steve Turley. I like Steve Turley, so I'm not attacking Steve Turley. He's pretty cool. Just came back from Japan and all that stuff. But these nobody knows what the hell's going on. Okay, everybody's acting like they know all about the Wagner and all this stuff. No one in this country knows jack about what happened in Russia today. No one knows. Nobody knows the players. They may have learned how to pronounce the name of the defense minister or something, but Turley, no one on TV knows. I was watching the news today. They kept saying that Biden was monitoring the situation and had been briefed. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? Watching CNN like the rest of us? What do you mean? Nobody knows what happened over there. It really, it's weird. And I thought there was a coup going on this morning, but so did everybody else. But I don't think anybody knows what happened over there. Hey, listen, I appreciate the call, man.
We really don't.
Good. Take care.
Hey, thank you so much for everything you do. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Dave in Newmarket, Virginia.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
Hey, these people that are for DeSantis, they're turncoats just like their candidates.
That's right.
It's awful.
That's right.
I mean, once a turncoat, you're always a turncoat. I mean, he was a backstabber to Trump, which means who says he ain't going to backstab us.
Who's that? Who's a backstabber to Trump? Oh, DeSantis.
DeSantis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. He never was with Trump. He lied. He never was with us. Never.
Yeah, he lied. That's right. That's what I was thinking. I just thought I'd call you up and tell you
I
have
appreciate
a nice day.
it. Well, you too. Thanks so much for calling, man. Hey, you're all welcome to call in, by the way. The number's toll free. It's the same number I used during the week. 888-465-2631. It's a toll-free call, 888-465-2631. All right, now let's get back to these supposed Trump supporters who now are supporting Ron DeSantis, okay?
So I'm looking for something different, something better, and I like DeSantis. I think he's showing leadership, and I like his stands, especially on the border. We got to get something done.
I voted for... Wait, say, especially on the border... President Trump, I want you to think about this. President Trump did an amazing thing. First off, he shut down the whole border. And remember, President Trump had the Mexicans send their army to their northern border, protecting the United States border from their northern border. That was amazing. And the remain in Mexico and all of that. So what the hell is this lady talking about?
Stands, especially on the border. We got to get something done.
I voted for Trump the first time, and I thought he did some really wonderful things for the country. But I've also followed DeSantis' career here in Florida. I've been here 10 years, and I think he's going to do an excellent job without the drama.
See, now this is the thing about the drama. You know why there's drama with Trump? It's because he stands up to the establishment, okay? He stands up to the establishment, and that's why there's drama. If you cower down and give these jerks what they want, then there's no drama. This lady looks like Jane Fonda a little bit. Let's see what she has to say.
Job without the drama.
Well, I voted for Trump on the last one, and I thought he did a lot of things, but it was constant criticism. And I just feel like maybe another president in there can work across the lines.
Oh, work across the lines. Work across the lines with the Democrats. Can anyone tell me a Republican president who had Democrats working with him? Are you kidding me? You know, President Trump, you know what he did was absolutely amazing. It was absolutely amazing. So the Democrats and Pelosi took over the House, and look at what Trump did with that. He got all the money he wanted for the wall. Wasn't easy, but he got it, right? I mean, that's an amazing thing. He got his Supreme Court justices through that overturned Roe v. Wade a year ago. But another thing that President Trump did, which was unbelievable, is he got past drilling in Anwar in Alaska. So it seems like he got a lot done. The Democrats never cooperate with any Republican. You got to be sneaky and forceful, smart and cunning like Trump.
There can work across the lines. I'm very impressed with his DeSantis. I am. Like his character.
His character? He's a liar. The man lied. He said, I will not run against Donald Trump. He said it. I saw him say it. And he's doing it. So he's a man of low character.
His character, that's what it is.
I do think he would be a great contender for Trump. I think he's more appealing, honestly, for me and my age group and my generation.
DeSantis has more decorum. Donald Trump, I mean, I liked what he did, but I just don't like the childish way that he...
Childish. Who the hell refers to President Trump as childish? And by the way, the one before this, who gives a flying freak what a kid thinks? For people my age, I don't care what kids think. When that girl starts paying her own cell phone bill and her car insurance, and mommy and daddy aren't paying for her food, then I might listen to her opinion. Who cares what college kids think? Okay. Now this beaut. Hold on, let me go back.
But I just don't like the childish.
Childish. Okay, that's the word. Who refers to President Trump as childish? You know who? Never Trumpers and Democrats, okay? We don't call him childish, we call him tough. We call him tough. If you call him childish, you never were with him. These are all never Trumpers, fake MAGA, and a bunch of damn liars.
Way that he goes about defaming others that are really like on his side. So, maybe settle your differences, say what they are, but, keep it adult.
Keep it adult. So, okay. So she says he's a child. Who says that Trump is a child? Never Trumpers and Democrats.
He would be better for the country, honestly, than Trump would.
I like that he's more even keeled. While we do support President Trump, we feel like President DeSantis would be a more even keel and would help the nation actually heal versus being so far left as what we have with the Biden administration.
What does that mean? Even keel? I haven't watched this. I watched the first two ladies. I didn't watch past this, so I haven't seen any of the others other than those first two liars. Okay, what does this mean? Even keel? What does that mean? Does that mean that DeSantis is going to be middle of the road and cave to these Democrats? I don't want that. I want someone like President Trump and the great Marjorie Taylor Greene who stand up to these jerk-offs.
and then so far right with the Trump administration. We need somebody that's actually going to unify this country together.
Unify? We were unified. And Donald Trump is beating everyone in the polls, including the Democrats. The country's united behind Trump. That's why he's got a double-digit lead against everyone.
And Trump, he does have that brashness about him. And he was a great president. He got a lot of things done to fix, I think, a lot of what Obama broke in our...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hey there, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
How's it going, Brian? It's Michael from California.
Hey, Michael, what's up?
So, first of all, what the hell are these people talking about? They're tired of the drama.
Yeah.
Do they not understand that for the last, 10 years of the Republican candidates we've had has never fought back against the Democratic establishment, which they're so well of doing? They just put their tail between their legs and ears down and go crawl back into the doghouse that they were in.
Do you know Ron DeSantis?
You know what I mean?
Ron DeSantis, when he was running for governor the first time, when he was losing before Trump endorsed him, he said that the sea levels were rising and he could see it himself along Florida's coast. Ron DeSantis said that the sea levels around Florida were rising. He said that.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that something?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. People don't understand, though, that this is a dirty game of politics. It's a very dirty game, and you need a fighter like Trump to get down and dirty with the Democrats, which he does so well at doing, too. Oh, he screamed at people on Twitter, reporters and celebrities who were attacking him first, and he attacked back. Oh, I'm tired of the drama, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Get out of politics if you don't like it. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? This is a dirty game. Like,
exactly.
It's entertaining. It's entertaining to me. I honestly like it, and I'm glad we actually have a fighter like Trump fighting against who should have the balls to fight against the Democrats.
And
like, you know what I mean? Mitt Romney, oh my God, he would not attack Obama at all.
Mitt Romney,
neither.
You know, Ron DeSantis double digits behind Trump, so it's not even a viable campaign. But let's say he was do you honestly believe that Ron DeSantis, if he were president, would stand up to the military-industrial complex donor class and say, "We're done supporting Ukraine. We're the hell out of there," or would he continue to support and escalate?
He would continue to support and escalate because he's part of the military-industrial complex.
Right.
He was a Navy officer. He was a I mean, I love that he served our country, but that's about it. I mean, he was handed a good economy in Florida from Rick Scott. Okay, he really didn't do anything but just maintain it. I mean, what experience does he have that he's never signed the back of checks like Trump has?
You know
what I mean? That's what I'm looking for.
Ron DeSantis was a JAG officer. Now he's a JAG off. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Oh my.
I know it's a good. I can't say that one on the radio. I can say it here though.
He's going to continue the war in Ukraine. Trump's never had us in any wars. He started the process of pulling us out of Iraq. He would have done it a lot better than Joe Biden has. Who's been
this is the thing about pulling out of Afghanistan. I don't think it was an accident that we pulled out of Afghanistan as a disaster. We left all that equipment behind, so the U.S. government had to buy it all over again from the military-industrial complex donors. We had to buy everything over again because we left it in Afghanistan. That wasn't an accident.
I would exchange mean tweets for somebody who has no experience in life right now. I mean, Ron DeSantis needs more marinating, I think,
Absolutely.
And he jumped in way too late. He's not going to win. He's going to embarrass himself by losing his own primary.
That's right. If he can't win Florida, he would go down in the biggest humiliation of a defeat in history. Hey, man, thanks for the call.
Thanks, Brian. Have a great weekend.
All right, take care. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Corey from Bedminster, New Jersey.
Oh, hey, New Jersey. Well, how is President Trump there? Because Trump Force One is here, or was here.
No, I'm not real sure. It's hard to tell. That some helicopters flew over earlier, maybe took him to the airport, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he's here or not. I was calling. I'm really glad they do this on the weekends because that's going to get some nerve up during the week. I listen to you all week long.
Oh, thank you.
Too big of a crowd for me to call in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I get too nervous. Well, this is a big crowd too, but this is the weekend crowd, and hopefully they're forgiving of me. But That lady just struck such a nerve with me, and
Which one?
This is what I'm so freaking upset about.
Which one?
Where I want President Trump to stand down and back. You know who brought us to this fight? I mean, to this dance, or to the World Series, is the guy the leading pitcher. I am so upset about people like this saying that. We wouldn't know anything right now if it wasn't for President Trump.
That's right.
And anybody who thinks, even Dave Rubin, man, I knew he was going to go with DeSantis anyway, but knowing it now really upsets me.
Well,
And
Dave
what is Ron
Rubin,
DeSantis going to stand up to? Nothing. Absolutely
no one.
Nothing. He's
Nothing.
useless.
He's
sorry,
taking hey, that's okay. I got a dog too. I'm surprised she's so quiet while I'm streaming.
Yeah.
You never know. If the Amazon guy comes, you'll hear Nina. But the thing about But the thing about Ron DeSantis, I mean, he's taken a big stand against Disney and the trans and all that stuff. That's a very safe thing, because those people aren't. I don't see him standing up to the military-industrial complex that's pushing us into like this. Whatever the hell happened in Russia today, which none of us really know. I'm not going to pretend to know. I know as much as you guys do. It was a very strange thing that happened. But whatever happened over there is going to be used as an excuse by the Washington class to send billions of dollars more to Ukraine so they can all steal again some money, and of course the big guy gets 10%. I just don't think DeSantis is going to stay. He's going up against people that hate Republicans. He's not going to go against donors. And the donors are the military-industrial complex. And he was not a Navy SEAL. Yep. He was a lawyer attached to the Navy SEALs who would give them legal opinions on targets and such. So, exactly. He was not a Navy SEAL. Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call.
Can't take that away, and I wouldn't, but there's only one person that can fight this fight right now. And if
Donald Trump.
Not everybody understands that. They better start understanding it.
That's right, and his name's Donald Trump.
This is probably our last stand. After this, we're done.
That's right.
So
Hey, man.
We need him.
Thanks for the call. Talk to you again sometime.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Have a good night.
Hey there. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Brian. This is Byrne from New York State.
Hey, what's up?
I don't know where to start. I'm watching your program. I have my support for Trump down in support at the moment. Where were these people when Trump was in office? Did they realize they did not have to worry about Social Security, Medicare? They had money in the bank. They had sufficient IRAs.
Yeah.
And we did not worry about sending our children and our grandchildren off to war. Do they realize what is going to happen if you get DeSantis in?
That's right.
We are going to have a war. They are going to make money on restructuring. All the damage has been done over in Ukraine and all, and they're going to send our children off to war, and they are going to sit back here worrying about their children, Social Security, jobs, taxes. Where the hell were they when Trump was in? Don't they remember the comfortable years we had under Trump?
I watched a guy today. I watched a guy today online talking. He has a used car dealership. He sells cars that are like $2,000 to $4,000, and he says he's getting calls from people asking if he finances on cars that cost $2,000 to $3,000. And he was saying he said car dealers are having a hard time selling cars right now, and he says when I have people calling me asking if I finance $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. That means the economy's in a real bad spot, that they don't have money.
Exactly. Exactly. So these people that feel that DeSantis is going to be the president we should have, let them, they're not going to realize it. They have to go through pain to realize it. But They are going to be sitting down, worrying about their children that have been sent off to war, worrying about where their next penny is going to come. How long will I have Social Security? How long will I have Medicare? How long will I have pensions? They do not see the reality in this country and in this world.
That's true.
They don't see what's in front of them.
That's true. I know. It's scary. Hey, listen, thanks for the call.
Right. You're welcome.
Take care. Thanks so much.
All right.
All right. Now, if you'd like to call in, please do. It's a toll-free call, 1-888-465-2631. It's the same number I used during the week, 888-465-2631. Tell you guys again about the Mighty MAGA Lion. I keep saying MAGA because I'm saying MAGA. The Mighty MAGA Lion. I get it right that time? The Mighty MAGA Lion. I'll get it right. And just to let you guys know, this is absolutely amazing. My wife and I, Kathy, have teamed up with Dee. You guys know Dee. She's one of the moderators in the chat. And we created this incredible Mighty MAGA Lion. It's exclusive to us because this is our creation, and it is available nowhere else but through us. It's available for pre-order right now, and this is going to be the hot Christmas item. Now, I pinned the link to our Mighty MAGA Lion store in the chat. There's a link in the description of the video as well if you're not watching live, or just go to the, hey there, caller, hold on, or go to the website, MightyMAGALion.com, MightyMAGALion.com, and buy yours. Cool, he's got his MAGA hat on, it says 45 on the side, and he looks like Trump, all right? Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, hi.
Yes.
Hello?
Hey, you're on the air. What's your name?
Yes.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Barbados.
Hey, Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I can't vote for Trump, but he is my favorite president.
Yes.
I just love that man for what he did for the people in the United States.
Oh, yeah.
He done well for his 4 years, and I know when he get back there, he's going to do better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
MAGA for life. All right. Well, if you could vote, you would vote for him, but you can't because you're in Barbados.
Yeah, of
but
course.
that's okay.
My daughter and I we are always Trump supporters. We are Trump supporters from Barbados.
That's awesome. Well, hey, listen, good to talk to you.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Hey, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Potter, Nebraska.
Hey, Nebraska, what's up?
Oh, I love your lion there.
Oh, yes. The Mighty MAGA Lion.
Well, where do you want me to start?
I don't know. You called me, so.
Love Trump. Don't trust DeSantis. If they could get out of his way, it sure would be, he would have gotten so much more done and we wouldn't be in the shape we're in right now.
Yep, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, DeSantis lied. He said he wouldn't run against Trump, and now he's doing it. How can you trust him?
I'm not sure. Trump is the only one that I had never voted until Obama was in there. And he started getting my attention. I'm going, oh boy, this isn't good.
Mm-hmm.
And Biden and Bush and all of them need to be drop kicked over into Steve.
All right, well, we don't want to do that. But hey, listen, thanks for the call, Nebraska. Yeah, I know. I'm MAGA for life. I know you guys are too. She's getting excited there. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me get back to some of these. Now these are supposed Trump supporters who now support DeSantis. Oh my goodness.
Country, but like my husband said, DeSantis is more even keeled. I believe he's more rational. He doesn't just react, whereas Trump's really quick to, if he doesn't like what you're saying, like he talks down about DeSantis, and what's the word I'm looking for? That he'll result to the trash talking kind of thing, and that's just not grown up. DeSantis is more respectful and respectable, I think.
Okay, now before we get to this next guy, now I'll share this. I've not watched these people before. Now, I went to. Now this is before he betrayed us, and we didn't know he was fake MAGA. I went to that DeSantis fundraiser. It was a $500 per person fundraiser. I got let in for free. DeSantis comes in, and everyone stands up. And I'm making a YouTube video with this phone right here, and I hear DeSantis talking. He's got a microphone, but I'm so close to him, I can hear his real voice too, right? I'm really close to him, and I hear him on the speakers on the microphone, but I can hear his real voice too, and I'm filming, and everyone's standing up, and I'm trying to make a YouTube video, and I'm like, where's I don't understand, where's he at? And I realized I was looking too high. I had to lower the camera because he's so short. And I talk about that sometimes, and people think that's kind of petty because I'm not tall, okay, myself. But I'm not running for president. We've not had a president under 5'11", really 6 foot, because Ronald Reagan used to be 6 foot and he shrunk to 5'11". We have not had a president under 6 foot since television. And Ron DeSantis wears cowboy boots all the time. And until that day, I thought he wore cowboy boots because he's an old Florida boy. You know, we got a bunch of good old boys in Florida, and he's born and raised in Florida. And I realized that he wears cowboy boots because cowboy boots have heels on them to make himself a little taller. And he was wearing cowboy boots then, and I still was looking too high. So and the significance of that is, I was talking to Laura Loomer about this the other day. When the debate happens and we get all these Republicans out on stage together, and we're going to have one, they said about 2.5, 3 weeks after the trial's supposed to start in Fort Pierce. So end of August, beginning of September, when Ron DeSantis walks out on stage with all these other candidates, I think people are going to be shocked when they see how short he is. And I'm interested to see how that impacts people. All right, now back to these supposed Trump supporters who now support DeSantis.
Donald Trump was one of the best presidents we've ever had in history. He's going to prove that. He's terrific. He proved that a businessman could run this country and administrate this country, not a professional politician. So I'm all for Mr. Trump. And I'd love to see Mr. Trump get reelected. That's the key. Who is electable next year? Is Mr. Trump electable with the baggage that the Democrats and the leftist news media have poured on him? Or do we need to go swing in a different direction?
And now, how can you say that? Remember, Donald Trump is double digits ahead of Ron DeSantis in every single poll in this country. Not just Florida, every state. Donald Trump is double digits ahead. So how is DeSantis more electable than Trump when he's double digits behind Trump in every poll in every primary state?
All the other folks running for this nomination, they're running for vice president.
Is there somebody in particular that may be a front runner?
Well, you got to go with DeSantis because...
You got to go with DeSantis. Now, again, this is my first time watching this. I watched the first two ladies, okay? DeSantis is not a Navy SEAL. He's a Navy lawyer who was attached to a Navy SEAL unit to give legal opinions on targets. He was not a Navy SEAL. So this guy's with DeSantis, right? Look at this shirt. Democrat, Republican, or I want my country back. So this guy's not a Democrat or a Republican, right? He calls himself an independent. You know what an independent is? A Democrat that's lying, all right? But anyway, he's being presented as a Trump guy. He's DeSantis now.
Because he's got more money, he's young, he's got some new ideas. I was a Trump fan for a long time, but he's got to quit focusing in the past.
I'm a big Ron DeSantis supporter, and I think he's got all the credentials that we need as a presidential candidate. I mean, I did vote for Trump the two previous times, but I just think he's got too much baggage. And
see, notice this. There's too much baggage. It's almost like these guys that they're talking to have a script. How many times have we heard too much baggage? Is this the third person that said baggage? I think it's at least the third. It might even be the fourth. But there's certainly at least the third, maybe the fourth, and this montage that the DeSantis team put together where they're using baggage. And that's a very strange phrase to use, too much baggage, isn't it? It's not something what are the odds that so many would be using
I
it?
think that we need to really be, once he gets into the race, be more forceful against Trump on his attack ads and everything else. I just think that, again, I think he's the best candidate that can beat Biden, which Biden doesn't have any business even.
How the hell is he going to beat Biden when he can't even beat Trump in his own state of Florida, where he's the sitting governor?
Running for president again, but he needs to be more aggressive in his campaigning once he is into the race officially. And I just feel like that we need to do something about that.
I like Trump, too. I thought he did a great job when he was allowed to. The problem is he can set his mind to do whatever he wants, and they're going to stop him every way. And DeSantis actually gets things done. He's been very effective as governor of Florida. Hate to see him go as governor, but we need him for the country.
Nikki Haley and Tim Scott have done great things for...
Nikki Haley. Tim Scott just said he wouldn't pardon Trump, okay? And Nikki Haley said she wouldn't run against Trump either, and here she is. And that's right. If you can't beat Mickey Mouse, how are you going to beat Putin? How are you going to beat Kim Jong-un? How are you going to beat China? And I like what Carrie Lake said. I brought this. Did you hear me give her own quote that she gave to Bowling when I talked to Carrie Lake the other day? I said, you said to Eric Bowling, Carrie Lake, I said, if you can't beat Donald Duck, how are you going to beat Donald Trump? I thought that was brilliant.
South Carolina, but with Ron, I mean, this stuff he's done in Florida is just above and beyond.
I've always been a big Trump guy, so either Trump or DeSantis. I guess whoever makes it all the way, they'll have my vote. But I'm very pro Ron DeSantis.
He was in the military. I think that helps a lot. I think that shows that he's got a backbone and that he wanted to serve. It was not all talk and let me enjoy the riches of being a politician. He did his time on the ground, and now he's worked his way up, and he deserves people to back him.
I would like to see Ron DeSantis nominated.
And why is that?
Because I think he's a breath of fresh air, and he still has the conservative America First values.
Marilyn Jones is another Guilford County Republican who voted for Trump in 2020, but now says she plans to support DeSantis in next year's presidential election.
Do you see a lot of similarities between the two gentlemen?
I see a lot of similarities in their policy beliefs. Their personalities are quite different.
I'm definitely a big fan of Ron DeSantis. I think he's been probably the most effective governor in the U.S.
Al Bolden, former chair of the Guilford County Republican Party, a Trump supporter in the last election, says he has jumped on the DeSantis bandwagon for 2024.
What has you lost with Donald Trump that you had before?
Well, to be quite honest, I'm somewhat concerned about his age, as I am about Joe Biden. Ron DeSantis is a much younger version that arguably is just as conservative and probably more conservative than Donald Trump is.
Oh, my God. And never back down, by the way. That's the Ron DeSantis pack. And this guy, he's the chairman of the local party. So he's an establishment hack. And there was another guy before that didn't call him DeSantis, called him Ron. It makes me wonder, does he know him? Let me see if I can find this. Hold on, guys. There was something I wanted to show you guys. I'm not sure I could find it. I had this like days ago. Hold on. There's something I wanted to show everybody. Bear with me. If I can find it, it'll be worth it. If not, I'll have it for the next live stream. Hold on. But I think I can find it. Hold on. Just got to bear with me. By the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe. And if you don't mind, like the video, click the notification bell. If you're new to my channel, you will love my content. And I always take, on all my live streams, I'm always taking live calls, and you don't have to agree with me to call in. If you're a DeSantis person, I'd love to hear you make a case for Ron DeSantis over Trump. I don't think it could be made, but and even if you're a Democrat, you're always welcome to call me. I'm looking for. Oh yes, I found it. Okay.
Nothing more than prosperity and opportunity.
Okay. Now I mentioned this on the radio the other day. Okay. This is Casey DeSantis, the First Lady of Florida, Ron DeSantis' wife, and she used to be a television newscaster, an anchor here in Florida, in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is a very strange video. I'm gonna have to, because she's on that side of the screen. When I play this, I'm gonna have to step out of the frame. Okay. So this was live on her show in Jacksonville, Florida. She just came back from a Republican fundraiser, and she's showing off this coffee mug that she got. Listen to this.
And above all, I think that Americans want nothing more than prosperity and opportunity through.
Why are you holding that mug up?
My Club for Growth mug. I got this when I was
Okay. Now, Club for Growth, that's the Koch brothers, who are not only opposed to President Trump, they're the Bush people. The Club for Growth is the Bush, it's the Koch brothers, but it's the Bush Karl Rove wing. You know, the ones that lied about weapons of mass destruction. Okay?
And above all, I think that Americans want nothing more than prosperity and opportunity through.
Why are you holding that mug up?
My Club for Growth mug. I got this when I was up in D.C., so I kind of bring it out for special.
Okay. Now, to me, doesn't it look like she's caressing this thing? It's so bizarre. She is so excited. She's caressing it in a very strange way, this coffee mug.
Americans want nothing more than prosperity and opportunity through.
Why are you holding that mug up?
My Club for Growth mug. I got this when I was up in D.C., so I kind of bring it out for special occasions. It says prosperity and opportunity through economic freedom. So I just, I keep this around for little opportunities to bring out, like on tax day.
Okay. All right. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so that's Ron DeSantis' wife, Casey DeSantis. Now, the reason I share this is a couple reasons. One, it shows that whatever year this was, which is unclear, I don't have a date on this, that she's already in with the Bushes, right? Because she's up there with the Koch brothers, all right? So this here, I know it's pretty interesting stuff, isn't it? Look at how excited she got over, they gave her a damn coffee cup, right? They gave her a coffee cup, and look how excited she is. How do you think how excited would she get at the possibilities of becoming a millionaire many times over? Because they're not wealthy people. Well, they may have made some money off that awful book he wrote. But if she gets this excited over a damn coffee cup, wait till they open up the books and start throwing things at them, big-time money things. If she's this excited over a coffee cup, when they start throwing money at her and Ron DeSantis, oh, my goodness, these two, well, they're a donor. They're the donor class, military-industrial class dream. Oh, man. Now, if you're new, my name's Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk. This is the most pro-Donald Trump place anywhere right here on my YouTube channel. And before I go, just remind you guys, the Mighty MAGA Lion is available at mightymagalion.com. My wife and I have teamed up with Dee, who's in the chat all the time, one of my moderators, and this is exclusively available through us. This is our creation, the Mighty MAGA Lion. There's a link in the description of the video. If you're watching live, I pinned the link in the chat, but you can go to mightymagalion.com and order yours, and you can see it says he's got 45 on the side, right? MAGA on the front, and he looks like Donald Trump, and this is a great gift. They're available for pre-order right now. Order yours and give this to, well, whoever you know that's MAGA. It's great for Christmas, which will be here before you know it, but this is a great gift just to give a gift. Give the gift of MAGA. Go to mightymagalion.com and order yours, and it's same color as Trump's hair. You know, can you see him on my MAGA scooter? I can see him on my MAGA scooter. I like him. Guys, thanks for watching, and click that notification bell, and you'll get a notification the next time I go live. My name is Brian Craig. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.